Number 1 is Anzum, Richard Johnson. 2, Boss Doyle, Adrian Maguire. 3, Count Campione, Timmy Murphy. 4, Dino's Beano, Tony McCoy. Number 5, Ivers Flutter, Tony Dobbin. And 6, Far and Near, Mick Fitzgerald. All 6 go in this Cantor Fitzgerald long walk hurdle. And here's Angus with a full show of betting.
It's a very solid favourite, this one, Dino's Beano, 1-2, out to 8-15, now odds on, 1-2. The odds on favourite, certain to start, odds on, and being very well backed around the country. Anzum is very weak, 7-2 out to 4-1. Boss Doyle is 10-1, 12-1. They've taken the 12s, is now 10s. Campione is a 12-1, having opened at 10s. Faranier is a 25-1 chance from 20s, and Ivers Flutter easy to back out to 50-1.
They jump 14 fences in all, or 14 flights, I should say. And Anzum nearest the camera, surprisingly the early leader, but now Dino's Beano, after a little bit of rousting, goes into a clear lead. Count Campione just wrapping the top of that first one as they head downhill, and Dino's Beano charging off in the lead by 4 or 5 lengths to Anzum in second. 6 lengths away then in third is Boss Doyle, who gave that plenty of air, and further back in the field then Far and Near, followed then by Ivers Flutter as they continue their journey downhill, and Count Campione at the tail of the field, heading towards the third. And Dino's Beano, this big lead of 6 or 7 lengths over Anzum. Similar distance away then in third is Boss Doyle, followed then by Far and Near, who's just behind them from Ivers Flutter and Count Campione as they race into Swinley Bottom on the first occasion. Out in front here, Tony McCoy, after that brilliant piece of riding on Tresor de May to win the Tote Silver Cup. Out in front here to attempt a big race double. He shows the way by 5 lengths to Anzum, ridden by Richard Johnson, who'll be out to avenge that defeat in the previous race, beaten only a short head. Dino's Beano and Anzum well clear. 6 or 8 lengths to Boss Doyle, Far and Near, Ivers Flutter and Count Campione as they head to the fourth. Dino's Beano jumps it well, so too does Anzum. A lot closer today, and should have benefited greatly from that run under the belt to Newry when he was beaten just over 18 lengths by the leader Dino's Beano. But not much between them at this stage. Dino's Beano by 3 lengths to Anzum, tracking him all the time. 8 lengths away then in third is Far and Near, Boss Doyle on the outside in fourth, Count Campione, the white face with the red cap, and just behind them is Ivers Flutter. Racing up towards the entrance to the home straight on the first occasion in this Cantor Fitzgerald long walk hurdle, and out in front still Dino's Beano by 3 lengths to Anzum in second, then a long gap of about 6 or 8 lengths to Boss Doyle, who's being joined now by Far and Near, Count Campione behind them, and further back in the field Ivers Flutter as the leader Dino's Beano comes to the 6th. Jumps it well from Anzum, just being kept well in touch by Richard Johnson, coming to the 7th. Dino's Beano comes towards it, jumps it well from Anzum. Only 4 lengths between them. A long gap then of 8 lengths to Boss Doyle with Far and Near. Count Campione going well within himself, and Ivers Flutter is last of the 6 runners as they pass the judge now with a circuit remaining and 7 to jump in this Cantor Fitzgerald long walk hurdle. Dino's Beano by 2.5 lengths to Anzum, just being niggled a bit, not wanting to let this leader get away, and in fact trying to apply a bit of pressure as they race past the stands, and they're almost back where they started. Tony McCoy fully aware that Anzum is a lot closer today, only 4 lengths behind him. Be able to hear him as they start to charge downhill. Dino's Beano by 4 lengths at this stage to Anzum in second. 8 lengths away then in third is Far and Near with Boss Doyle, Count Campione and Ivers Flutter as last. Dino's Beano by only 2.5 lengths as they head over the 8th. From Anzum in second, a long gap to Boss Doyle in third. Will have to do some donkey work here. Far and Near getting weary, is being passed by Count Campione, and Ivers Flutter starting to lose touch with him. Dino's Beano 4 lengths in front of Anzum with the middle one down the back. They're about 8 or 10 lengths then to Boss Doyle, followed by Count Campione, Far and Near, and forget Ivers Flutter as they race downhill towards flight number 10. And Dino's Beano only about 3 or 4 lengths to Anzum, can't shake him. He's wrapped the top of that, the leader. A long gap to Boss Doyle with Count Campione. but a race is well and truly on here in this Cantor Fitzgerald long walk hurdle. Dino's Beano only leading by 2 lengths to Anzum all the time chasing him, and it's really on the pressure as they race into Swinley Bottom now. They've got a total of 4 flights left to jump, a long run before they reach 4 out, and Dino's Beano given a slap with a whip there and is being rousted along here. The favourite, the long odds-on favourite, leads by only 2.5 lengths to Anzum, who's been hard at work for the best part of 6 furlongs or so. A long gap, Count Campione and company there with Boss Doyle. They race towards 4 out. Dino's Beano about a length in front of Anzum. They draw towards it, jump it almost together. A long gap then to Count Campione, followed by Boss Doyle. Forget about Far and Near and Ivor's Flutter. Coming up now towards 3 out. Dino's Beano only about a length in front. Anzum all the time trying to stick with him. They're about 8 or 10 lengths in front now of Count Campione, and they're followed by Boss Doyle. A long gap then to the others as they race towards the entrance to the home straight. Forget Ivor's Flutter and Far and Near. They're both tailed off, but racing towards the turn now. Dino's Beano only about a neck in front of Anzum. It ranges up on the outside. A ding-dong struggle here as they round the corner of the Cantor Fitzgerald long walk hurdle. It's Anzum who takes it up from the favourite Dino's Beano. So it's Anzum, Richard Johnson, who goes clear by 2 or 3 lengths to Dino's Beano. A long gap in the field then to Count Campione running on. They're followed by Boss Doyle, but 2 left to jump in the Cantor Fitzgerald long walk hurdle. Anzum comes towards the second last. Now he jumps it in grand style. Dino's Beano crashed through the top of it. He's run his race, the favourite. A long gap then to Count Campione, but 1 left to jump. Anzum about 10 in front. Jumps it well. He's home. In second is Dino's Beano. Third then Count Campione, followed by Boss Doyle. But it's going to be an upset in the Cantor Fitzgerald long walk hurdle as Anzum is going to career away with this. Anzum comes home to win by the best part of 15 lengths. A triumph for Richard Johnson and for Alan King. In second place is Dino's Beano. Third then Count Campione. It's going to be tight for 4th here. Boss Doyle trying hard to hold on from Ivor's Flutter. It'll be a photo this here as they cross the line, but Boss Doyle gets it from Ivor's Flutter, and then a long gap to Far and Near. What a staying performance that was. One of the best you'll see for a long, long time. Number 1 Anzum, owned by the Old Foresters Partnership, trained by Alan King and ridden by Richard Johnson.
This time Anzum 4-1, Dino's Beano 4-9, and Count Campione 12-1.